Hello and welcome to this video on printing formatting strings. In the previous videos we had seen how to slice and how to index strings, right? So in this video we will be seeing how to format strings to a particular accepted template and reusing it. So if we are actually trying to print or generate strings in a particular format or of a particular template, so how do we do that? How do we insert strings at places where we need it, and how do we insert, let's say, precision in floating point variables? We are going to be looking at all these in this video. So without further ado, let's jump to the coding. Yes, so let's get into the coding. And so I've created this new Python file. So here we'll be discussing about formatting strings. So let's start with a variable, right? So let's start with a formatted underscore string, which will be equal to, let's say, you are watching, and here I want to write the name Young Rocket, right? So instead of that, let's say if there are multiple channels that you're watching, and I need to update this particular template for each and every channel, right? So let's say I'll give the format as a percentage. Yes, so you might be wondering what this is. So this is a template of a string that you're giving it to this particular variable, right? So or you can directly print it, so that is not an issue. We'll first print it directly so we'll understand what it is, right? So first we are going to be printing you are watching and percentage s. Now this percentage s signifies that here I need to insert a string, right? So how would I do that? After the quotes is complete, I'll give a comma and I'll give a percentage, and after the percentage I will give the value as Young Rocket, right? So this would be our format for printing you are watching Young Rocket. And here if I change the Young Rocket, this particular percentage s, so this in this place whatever you want to insert, this is where you give it, right? So I will be okay, so you don't need the comma here. And so after the quotes just put percentage, and inside the after the percentage you need to give the string that you want to replace this particular percentage s. Now I will run this and see, you get the output as you are watching Young Rocket, right? So if I want to change this, let's say Netflix, right? So I will change the string here, and when I run it, I'm getting you are watching Netflix, right? So you can change this however you want to. So this is just a percentage formatting of the string, right? So there's one more method in which you can format the string, which is method 2, and that can be called as the format function, right? So we have a basic idea of how we use a function because we have been using print all this time. So we give the function name, we give an open bracket and a close bracket, and whatever you want to give it to that particular function, so you give it inside the parentheses. And since our print function will be printing it, so we're giving whatever we want to print inside it here. So format function is nothing but a function that inside which you'll give the format of what you'll be expecting, as a particular template that you have given here. So the next thing that we'll be doing is use this format function in a print statement. So I'm going to be executing the same statement using the format, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the print, right? So print, inside print I would give the same, let's say you are watching, and I'll copy this, paste it here. So you are watching, right? So here I need to give the format for the string that I'm going to insert here. So in format the function, so we will be using open and close curved parentheses, right? So here inside I will give a variable name, let's say name, right? So I'm giving the name here, and if I give the value for this name using the format function, then I'll be getting the name inside this particular string. Let's see how we do that. Okay, so what we'll be doing here is we will be using the dot format function. So inside the dot format function, we will give the value of name is equal to, and open the quotes because it's a string, and let's say Netflix, right? So I will comment this out, so we'll have only one output. I will save this and I will run this. As you can see, we have the you are watching Netflix, right? So if I change it here to, let's say, Young Rocket, so I will be getting the output as you are watching Young Rocket, right? So this is how we use the format function. And one more instance of where you can use this and how you can use this is you can use this to you set the precision for a float variable. For example, you have a float variable, let's say pi, right? So pi, as we all know, the value is around 3.1412588. Okay, so that's enough digits. So what if I want to display the pi with a float precision of only like 2 decimal places, right? So I can do that using the format function. So I'll give inside print, so I will give, let's say, the value of pi, right? So I will, pi is percentage. Now here is where I need to give my formatting, right? So my formatting would be percentage 0.2f. So this would be my number of decimal places after the decimal point. So point, after that I need to have two variables, right? So after this I will give my variable name. As we have discussed before, we'll give the percent and we'll give the variable, that is pi, right? So I will save this, I will comment this out, and I will run this. So the value of pi is 3.14, but the value I've given is 141258, right? But I can truncate this to only 2 decimal points, right? So you can also give the number of points or to the left of the decimal. For example, we don't have many here, but you can, if suppose we have, let's say, 540.56, so I can actually give the number of decimal places to the right also, right? So the total number of places would be to the left of the decimal place, and the number of decimal places after the decimal point would be after this dot right here. So 0.2, I can change it to 0.4. Let's see what happens. Now the answer is 1413, right? So we have 4 places after the decimal point. So this is a very useful use case, that if you're dealing with mathematical operations and let's say you want to display a result and that is like huge, right? So you can use your format option to truncate the result and show it in a more pleasant way. And if you want to get rid of, let's say, menial tasks of printing the format again and again, so you can create one format and reuse it again and again using this either percentages or dot format function, right? So hope you understood. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.